welcome back to my channel and welcome to another die-cast restoration video. So I hope everybody's keeping well since the last video, and I hope you're all looking forwards, rearing to go at this video. Right, so again, this one was okay going through it, and right at the last minute I kind of did something stupid and elementary mistake, if you like, or something that I didn't think about when I was doing it, that kind of took the edge off it, spoiled it a little bit. All I can say is that when I did this, thinking back, I wish I'd have been one of those people that bites my fingernails, because if I'd have bitten all my fingernails it wouldn't have happened. So fingernails, not only the rings you've got to watch out for, you've got to watch out for fingernails. It was a silly thing right at the end. Anyway, you'll see when you get to it. And I like I said in the video, then I'm not going to do the whole lot again just because of that. So, okay. That is what it is. Right, so anyway, before we start, I'd just like to say thank you to everybody for sticking with me. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to the new ones that have come on board. I know there's a couple, there's not many, but you know, I hope you enjoy my channel. So thank you everybody for watching. And now this model is one as well that I picked up at a toy fair when we were on holiday last year, and somebody had a go. I think the windscreen was broken on it, somebody had a go at repairing it, and there was super glue everywhere. The doors were super glued shut. It was a mess. You know, I bought it cheap, so I thought, you know, that'd be a bit of a challenge. So it did turn out quite nice. I've done it my own colour, not a dinky colour. It's a colour that the real cars like this were painted, because I googled it, and then that's why I decided on this colour. Yeah, I had to get some reproduction parts for it. Well, there you are, because there was some bits missing. And well, yeah, that's it. I made a box for it as well. So this week's restoration video, as you probably already know because you've seen the title, is a Dinky Toys number 113, and that's an MGB sports car. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. So as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, and see how I got on with this one. Right, let's take a closer look at this one. Dinky Toys. Is that? I can't see the number on that without my glasses. So it's an MGB. Meccano Limited, England. I can't quite make out. You could probably see it through the camera. Is it 113? I think it's 113. Anyway, I'll put it in the title. Right, this is one I got from a toy fair in England. Not the last time I went away, the time before. The windscreen is gone, broken off. Somebody has tried to glue it back, so the whole casting is plastered in super glue. The driver's missing. Plastic steering wheel's broken. The doors, this one opens, not very well, it opens well, there's very little resistance on it. The driver's missing. and this door's been glued together with super glue. The base is very straight on this one, which is good. One tyre, which doesn't matter because we're going to put new ones anyway. Yeah, that's about it. Other than that, it's really not a bad little car. So we're going to get the tin lid and the drills out, 2 rivets, one front, one back, and then we'll, or one front, one back. We're going to dismantle that, take it apart. Okay. Right, okay. Let's go. Let's get this drilled out. Bigger drill bit. My memory card's running out because I've got 3 minutes left. Try and get this one dismantled before the card runs out. Okay, I'm kind of spreading that rivet a little bit. Let's see if that's enough. Yep, that's out. Now I can, well, that tie's come off now. I can feel that this is glued on. There. That's it. Oh my god, look at the state of the thing for the doors. Twisted. I was going to say twisted to you know what, but I better not. I better refrain. Despite the fact that I've put not made for kids. Okay, so this axle's all stuck in with glue. The wheels are all stuck with glue. Nothing's going to turn or move there. She's a bit bent. Same with the front ones. So this looks like this did have the steering on the front before it was glued. So I'm going to have to try and do the usual. I'm going to have to file that off to get the wheels off, so I'll do that off camera, being as my card's nearly done. You know the script, you've seen me do it before, so you find the thin side of the axle, which is this side, and then you just file it round, file it with a little file, and then the wheels will come off. Okay, so that's that bit anyway. This piece here I'm going to have to try and straighten it. Ouch. Straighten it as best as I can without snapping it. So I'll do that off camera. So these doors, they come out, there's nothing really much holding them in. This one, there's plenty holding that one in, plenty glue. Okay, so my memory card's going to run out any second now. So I'm going to have to muck around with that to try and get that door out. Okay. Right, okay, I've got the door off. Which one's it? That one. Got plenty of glue on it, as you can see. I had to prise it with a screwdriver. I got it. Okay. I've filed down those rivet posts. Now they're quite substantial rivet posts, so we'll have no problem drilling into those. Famous last words. So that should be alright. I'll do that in a minute. Now these wheels I need to get off. Where's my little file? like to move everything around because I put my 3D printer where all my tools were, so my tools are in a totally different place now. So I've got a smooth edge of file there so it doesn't hurt the wheels. This is the narrow piece on here, so hopefully I can get that wheel off okay, file the axle down okay. There, that's it, that's the first one off. But like I said, the axle's glued in, so I'm going to have to try and free that off somehow. Right, this one not going to be so easy. Very close to the wheel. That's well and truly glued in place, that one. Right, I'm going to carry on with this off camera because it's going to take forever, otherwise you'll be bored and you'll be going off doing something else and you're watching this. Okay, I'll come back to you when I've got that off. Right, I've managed to get the wheels off. The only thing is there's so much glue on this base, I'm going to have to take this suspension unit off. I think I didn't want to, but I think I'm going to have to. I might put it in the caustic soda first to see if I can get the glue to dissolve from underneath underneath the plate, the suspension plate, but the glue's gone underneath and dried and it's kind of pushed the ends up, each end up, which I didn't really want. But yeah, I'll put it in the caustic soda first and then we'll see what the outcome is. It's not that strong, that base, anyway, it's pretty flimsy. I've scraped the biggest of the glue off of that. There's still a lot of glue around there. I've just managed to push the remains of that old windscreen out with a screwdriver. It's one side and then the other, it just broke into pieces. There's bits of it there. I mean, what was left of it broke into pieces. It was already broken. The steering wheel's there. I think I've ordered another one, I can't remember. But if I haven't, I'll just try and glue the where it's broken together. A split there and split there. So that's that dismantled, and yeah, caustic soda bath next. See, there's masses of glue on that door. Don't know whether the caustic will get it off or not, we'll see. Hope so. Right, okay, caustic soda bath. Okay, here goes. Oh, it's coming off the body quickly. We'll leave it a little bit. Try and get that glue off. Okay, so I'll do the same as usual. I'll leave it a few more minutes and then we'll clean it up, and next time you see it be on the bench all nice and clean, ready for the primer. Okay then, we've got all the glue off at last. I had a job, I scraped it and it wasn't easy to get it all off, but anyway we got it. I think we've got it all. So that's wire brushed. It's stayed a very sort of dark colour, but it is all wire brush and cleaned up. The doors I've done as well. Again, one of them was full of the super glue. Actually that one I might need to sand it a little bit more. It's a bit kind of marked and pitted, and I'm not sure if there still might be remnants of super glue on it. It's very difficult to see, but on the whole it's cleaned up pretty well. And the base I've managed to get all the super glue by a little bit there by the looks of it. Just scrape that with a screwdriver, but I've got it all out from underneath the suspension, so it should be okay now. But what a job, what a job. So that's pretty much ready for the primer, so we're going to go out and do that. I'll just have another look at this door and then we'll go out and do that, and I'll come back to you. Okay, well I got a bit ahead of myself, did the primer, and I came home from work yesterday and I thought, oh, I'm going to go and put some colour on it. It was a nice sunny day. Start putting the colour on now. I've put 2 or 3 coats thinly of this orange. It's a dull kind of orange, it's not a bright orange, but as you can see it's going to need a few coats of this, quite a few light coats, because it doesn't cover. It's a bit like the yellow, it doesn't cover well, so it's quite a few light coats, but it should be okay when I've done it. The base I've painted, done it black, so I've put coat of primer and 2 coats of black, so I just need to lacquer that after. And like I say, I'm going to go out and put some more coats of this orange. It'll probably take, you know, a couple of days. I'll put a bit and leave it dry and then put a bit more, because as soon as you put slightly too much paint on at one time, then you start to get what you can see there, where the bonnet lines are and the boot line and that. So you just got to put very thin and quite a few. Okay, so I'm going to go out, do that, and then I'll come back to you. Right, okay, I've scraped the trim on here. I've plucked up the courage to do it the same as Martin does it, and this time it's worked for me. So that's done. I've done the same thing on the doors, so that hasn't worked out too bad. Okay, so I've got to go and do the detailing, and then I'll lacquer it. Once I've done the detailing, I'm going to lacquer it. Okay. Yeah, the seats as well, I'm going to have to paint those in. Probably, I don't know what colour. I'm going to have to Google it and have a look on some Google images. Okie dokie. Okay, I've started doing the detailing in here. I've done the black dashboard, and it's black by where the gear lever was, the centre console. I mixed my paint here from my Vallejo ones, and I've given the seats 1 coat, so I'm going to have to give them another 2 or 3 coats. They're going to be sort of a beigey brown colour, as you can see, but quite a lot of the orange is showing through, so it doesn't really show up yet. So I've got to paint those and then just tidy up that centre console where I've sort of gone on the black with the brown. So that's, I didn't say before what I was doing, because I didn't know what colour I was going to do the interior, but I've been looking on Google, and there's one orange one, and that is the colour that the interior is, so that's what I've decided to do it. So I'm going to give that another coat when that's a bit more dry. Hopefully my paint I mix won't be dry yet, so I can use it and give this another coat. Okay, so I'm going to carry on with that. Okay, I've got that done. What I'll do, when I lacquer the whole thing, you know, that'll lacquer the seats as well. So I think that looks quite nice. So we'll see what it looks like when it's all complete. I have done the door cards as well. There's one of them. Well, not door cards, but the interiors of the doors. So again, when I lacquer that, it'll be, you know, it'll cover it all up. Yeah, the scraping's not too bad. I've done the door handles as well, rather than Molotov them. I've scraped them. So I plucked up courage to do it this time. I know Martin does it quite a lot, and he's good at it. I've done it a couple of times and it's gone tits up. So this time it's not too bad. It's come out not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of the detailing obviously on there, and yeah, we'll come back and see how it looks when I've done that. Okay. Right, okay, well we're pretty much ready to put this back together. One mistake I did do, and I'm not going to do anything about it, I'm going to leave it now because it's too late. I can't be asked to do it again, as these door cards, I've done them brown, as the same as the seats, but then I realised I've done the dashboard black and the bit behind the seats black, and the, you know, the centre console, or the centre bit that goes through, centre tunnel, I've done that black as well. So I really perhaps should have done the door cards black, but like I say, I'm not going to redo them. It's taken me too long to get up to this point. So I've done the detailing, done the lights on the back, just painted that little MG emblem black, done the front indicators. They don't show up very well because this is orange. So I might start, I've got to put the do I put the man in first or do I put the steering first? Perhaps if I put the steering first it might be better. Now, try and find the hole. Okay, she's gone in quite easily. It's okay. Can't put the man in, I suppose, the driver. I thought that was going to be a problem with the steering wheel, but it doesn't seem to be. It's just a problem lining up the peg with the hole, which I don't seem to be able to do because I can't see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, I've got him in. I might put some 5-second fix actually on the underneath and by the steering wheel. So I'll just do that. You've seen me do it before. It's the one where I put the ultraviolet light on. So I'll just put a bit of that on and then we'll come back to it. Okay, we've done that. Windscreen next maybe. Now this is a reproduction windscreen as well. Just push that in. Gently because it's quite tight. so we know it's going to scratch the paint on the way in. That's it, it goes so far and then no further. Bloody thing. Boom, that's it, she's gone. Okay. Well, that's going to stay there, there's no need to glue that in. Right, next thing, doors. So this is the biggest worry for me, putting the doors in. Okay, so put that in and hold it there. Same with this one. This one should go in a little bit easier, hopefully. Dang it. Okay. And then this piece has got to go in to hold the doors, so this isn't going to be too easy. So you got to put it with this piece downwards. So that's got to go each side of the doors. So I'm trying to bend it as I'm doing it and push it in at the same time. It's not 100% straight, as you know. It was a bit of it was well twisted, but anyway, it seems to have worked. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So just the base now, which goes this way round, and that just sits there. So I'll have to do, well, obviously one rivet at a time, because there's a little bit of bendiness in the base. So I'll put one rivet in and hold it, and then I'll put the other one in. So where's the old glue? I'll use the actually what I'll do, I'll take that off and I'll put the glue in first in the hole. I'll do the same, I'll do them both at the same time, bugger it. I'll just hold it down. Be here all night otherwise. Right, put her in place. Right, one rivet. Get the first one. And she goes. Second one. In she goes. So I'll hold those down like that. I'll come back to you when the glue's dried. I'm going to have to sit and hold it for a bit. Okay, that should be about done. This one's quite nice because it's got the steering on it. I know it doesn't turn very sharp, but it is quite cool. So it's a nice roller. Okay, well, I've just done a stupid thing. I hadn't held the rivets in for long enough, and this one came out again a bit, so the base was loose. So I did that to push it back in, which I did, and I stuck my nails in the boot, my fingernails, right in the top of the boot, and damaged the paint. So I'm not going to do it again just because of that. I've touched it up. Yes, you can see it a bit, but that's one of them. You know, it's my own fault. I was just thinking how pleased I was that this one's gone not too bad, and there you are. That's what happens. So it still looks nice, and that's only if you look close, or if the way the light would catch it, sometimes you might see it. So I'm not going to worry too much. You will probably see it on my still shots and maybe on the turntable. The camera seems to pick up every abnormality on the models, if that's the right word, or you know, any little defect, it will pick it up. To the naked eye you can't really see it, or you can hardly see it unless you really look for it. So as I say, I'm not too bothered. Yes, I'm pig sick that it's happened, but I'm not too worried about, you know, it's not worth doing the whole model again just because of that. Okay. Right, well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's turned out quite nice, apart from what's just happened. You know, considering what it was like before with all that super glue all over it, the door was super glued shut, and there was super glue everywhere that I had to scrape off. You know, I think considering all that, it's turned out quite nice, and I wasn't sure which colour to do it. I took a chance with this colour, and I think it suits it. You know, I did Google it, and there were some that colour, so it's not you know, a colour that they didn't use on the real ones. So yeah, as I say, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video, next restoration video. So until then, please take care, look after yourselves, and we'll see you then. So cheerio for now, bye bye, habato, see you next time.